Michelle Albright.
Awesome. She is amazing.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Megan and
She
Lisa.
is.
Hopefully more of the people that went
What
to
is this
conference
for?
So tonight's team meeting, we're gonna talk about conference takeaways, some of the things we learned from the conference. And so should be good because yeah, Leah went, so I'm glad you're here, Leah. You can represent with me.
Look, I'm driving.
What?
I'm driving.
And you're cutting out too.
Oh. I'm just complaining about driving so much.
Oh, I know. That's mob life, man. Okay. Oh, Stephanie's on. Hey, Steph. Hey, Kathy and Avery. Hi, Andrea. Treasure. Stephanie, does your screen, can you talk or no? Are you on your phone or your?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yay! Oh, yay! I'm glad you can talk because I know you'll have.
Am I like super blurry though?
Yeah, it looks like you're like maybe wipe your.
I'm in a dream.
Yeah, wipe your lens. Hey Terry, okay, everybody show us your nails really quick. I always love seeing everyone's nails. Here's mine. Let me see. Lots of glitter.
I wish my girls were still up. I did both theirs today.
Oh, that'd be fun to see. Yeah, I did not think I would be a glitter girl, and here I am wearing nothing but glitter. I'm converted. All right, well, we only have 40 minutes, so we're just gonna before we get kicked off this software, so we'll just get going right away with the Color Street Conference. There were about 12 of us from Team Nailed It, I believe, and who went, and it was so awesome. It was a wonderful experience. Just to meet everyone from our team. That was my favorite, was just like chatting with our team, and it was like we were all instant friends. And then it was so fun to meet all the corporate and hear all the upcoming things, and it was just an exciting time. So I'm really glad I went. And so we're going to share some of our takeaways from the conference. In fact, I'm going to go get the nails they showed us, the sneak peek nails. I'm going to go run and get those while someone is talking. Do you want to go first, Stephanie, and share a couple of your favorite nuggets that you took away from conference?
Sure.
Okay, you do that while I
get those nails, and I will take
the samples.
Okay. So when we were all together on Saturday morning, they did a couple sessions where they just went over how to do a nail bar in person. They talked about how to follow up and all that stuff. My favorite part was the breakout sessions, because they were little smaller groups, and we got to choose which classes we went to. And I went to a class called Balance Boulevard, and I think it was my favorite class because one of the girls on my team named Mindy, she approached me probably about a couple weeks ago and asked, you know what, I don't think I want to be a class team leader because I don't want to be working 40-hour weeks. And the best part about that meeting was them telling us that we shouldn't be working a ton of hours because we want to be able to recruit people, and no one's going to want to do our job if we're working 40-hour weeks. We want to have a job where we're working part-time hours and getting paid full-time plus more. And so the whole Balance Boulevard was about like how to set work hours, and multitasking is very ineffective, which I can say amen to that. So I'm really, your brain can't actually multitask. It's called switch tasking is what you're doing. So to be set work hours for yourself where you can be 100% focused on Color Street, instead of, like trying to watch your kids or change a diaper while you're sending a message or something like that. Ellie, did you want to say something, or you want me to keep going?
Yeah, I muted myself. Yeah, that was one of my favorite things because I got to be honest, you guys, I don't want to be working. I don't ever want to work more than part-time in any business. So I loved, and I've never been, you know, I've been in 2 other MLMs. I've never had an MLM tell you not to work insane hours and not to like hustle, push, you know, and work more and do more. It was like, no. You need to like, and one of the reasons she taught us is like, you want to be working part-time hours. And she's like, because you also, you know, she said that our market, that the women we're all marketing to, she said this generation of women are the busiest women and they are the most concerned about family. Is that how she put it? She put it differently, Stephanie. Most involved with family, or like most involved with family, most, I don't know.
I don't remember what she said.
Something to those words. And so, you know, they're incredibly busy, but they're also very family oriented. And so she said, we can't be showing people like, okay, you can be successful, but you've got to work 40 hours a week and work your tail off in order to make, you know, a decent income in this business. And so I found that so refreshing, so refreshing that it was like, no, you need to like set work hours and be focused during those work hours, you know? And she kind of broke it down on, do you remember some of the things she said we should be doing during those work hours?
Yes. So I forgot this was Sherry's training. I was talking about the Balance Boulevard one. But yeah, so she broke it down by like, I actually have a screenshot of it. It might take me a while to find, but like 30 minutes for hostess coaching, and 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm gonna have to find it. I have the worst brain as far as memory goes. Sorry.
I know, I don't remember exactly what it was, but
okay, here we go. Time breakdown. So booking contacts, 30 minutes. Hostess coaching, 30 minutes. Holding parties. So this is the same lady we told us we should be holding 2 in-home parties a week, averaging about 2.5 hours outside the home. So that would be 5 hours a week of holding parties. Recruiting contacts, 30 minutes. And then coaching calls and new stylist calls, 5 hours. And that equals about 11.5 hours a week. Now, I would kind of tweak that, to be honest, because none of this includes social media. I'm like, we basically work our whole business on social media, so you definitely like have to tweak this.
Yeah.
She's a little bit older.
Yeah. And
social media wasn't her thing when she was doing direct sales.
Yeah. So I think, you know, Stephanie and I were talking about this today. In fact, Stephanie made like a special timer for her team on that you can like press the timer and press play and work on your power hour and just focus on specific things during that 1 hour. So I love that. And I might, I
can post mine in your group too, Kelly, if you want.
Yeah, I would love that because I think that would help everyone. Because then you're just like, when you are working, then you're focused. You know what I mean? And one thing that really helps me, I have to share this because I used to actually teach an organization class. That's how I met Stephanie. Is I'm a nerd with my Post-it note. I only have one Post-it note and I add like 5 things to it. And then I have my set work hours. And when I'm working, and I have 4 kids too. Like I know life can get crazy busy, but like when they were all home, I had set hours. I would work from 10 to noon and they would all have screen time. Then they'd be done. I'd be done. We'd have lunch and go do stuff. But so you just have to pick what works for you. Maybe it's strategic screen time like I did. Maybe it's nap time. Maybe it's when your kids go to bed, whatever. My kids are in school now, so I have a little more leeway. But during that time, I go in my office and I focus on this little Post-it note, not a huge piece of paper that overwhelms you that has 100 things on it, just one thing that has what you're supposed to, the most important things you need to do that day on here, and I've already crossed a few off. And then it's just staring at me by my computer, and it's haunting me. It's saying like, hey, you need to do this. And so when I get distracted, because it's so easy to get distracted on Facebook, then I go here and I'm like, oh, okay, I got to do this. I still haven't done that. So anyway, little side tip there. But yeah, I love that. What other nuggets did you like, Stephanie?
I really liked the 40, I think Cody went over this last week, but like the 40 contacts in 40 minutes or whatever. And it's like to help your hostess invite people to her party. And it's like to invite, I think it's 4 people and there's 10 different categories. And it's like friends, family, co-workers, husbands, co-workers, kids contacts, and there's a couple other ones. I'll have to find the list, or if anyone has it, maybe post it.
I should post that in the team drive. That'd be helpful. Huh?
Yes, do that. But I liked it because, oh, hey, you can just see my son up there. Okay, I liked it because then it's not just like one group of friends that is over at her house. And you can book parties from like, because when it's like you book party with one of their friends and they're going to invite all the same people, right? So get people from a different crowds, and then when you book parties, there'll be like more people you're meeting. So I think it's a really strategic way of going about that. Plus, the more people you invite, like if you invite 40 people, you have to at least get like 8 people there. So I feel like that's a good balance.
Yeah, she said, I think she had, there was like a number that was like, if you need to invite, where did I write it? I took notes. I gotta find it. It was, and I took notes for you guys. I will try to post in the team group. There was a formula. It was like 10, 8, 8 or something.
Oh yeah, Kelly. So that's, you want to book 10 parties a month. These are in-home parties. So this is what Sharon Callister was training us on. So she's the queen of their sale. Anyway, so she's training us to do book 10 parties a month, because she's like, you're probably always going to have at least 2 that will bail or cancel on you. Something will come up. So book 10 parties, hold 8 parties. And then from those 8 parties, have 8 guests at those 8 parties. So 64 guests that you're meeting that month. And then from that party, talk to 3 people about the business opportunity. We have 8 parties, so that's 24 people you're talking about the business opportunity to do that month. And then from those 24, you should join. That's the formula that she gave us. So she's like, we are holding 8 parties a month. You will have 2 people join your team every month. Now, that's if you're going into the party with a recruiting focus, not with a sales focus. So, Kelly, is that what you were trying to go over?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Because so the recruiting focus is because if you have 8 people in the product, they're worth that.
You're cutting out, Stacy.
Oh, sorry, I'm in the basement. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's saying that you want to do the recruiting focus by like that.
Now you're cutting out again.
Technology is awesome.
Can you move? Just move upstairs.
Yeah, I can go upstairs, but that's where the munchkins are. we all know the wild madness that probably is tearing down my house right now.
Trade them. Make them go downstairs.
So, never mind. Okay, if you can hear me. She says the podcast, don't worry.
Okay, so I think what Stacy was trying to say, and nod your head if I'm right, but when you go into recruiting focus, you're going to listen with recruiting ears, is what she says. So if you are at a party and someone is talking about how they can't afford to buy a set, they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, but like I really can't wait till next week because I don't get paid till like 2 Fridays from now. we can be like, oh, that kind of sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Don't say that. No, just say like, well, or maybe don't say anything like that, but you could like later talk to them about like how because we get paid on a weekly basis, or like maybe like you're listening for like they need the extra income, so you can reach out to that person about recruiting rather than trying to just sell them like one set. So the sales will happen because when people come to in-home parties and they see how awesome the product is, the sales will happen. You don't need to go in with the sales focus. We go in with the recruiting focus, so that we can build our teams. That was it.
Yeah. So, she was kind of the main speaker the whole time, which is why we keep referring to her, because she spoke not only on the opening day, but like following day. And anyway, but she spoke to the team leaders too. And so basically she taught us that you should be doing 8 in-person parties per month. So, because she said from those 8, you'll recruit 2, and you're wanting to build not only, get good sales, but you also want to build your team. And that's the best. She said the best people to become stylists are going to be your hostesses. And so that's why it's really important to have in-person parties. So that was a little overwhelming for me, because I'm a mom of 4. It's hard to like leave my kids 8 times a month. But what I have decided to do is kind of do half of it. Like do 4 in-person parties and then do 4 Facebook parties. So once a week, I'll be doing an in-person party, and I'm probably going to just do them every Thursday. I did this when I was a photographer. I would only do sessions every like Thursday and so I knew if I wanted to book a session, they could book it on Thursday night. So I'll probably do that with my in-person parties. And then for my Facebook parties, I'm going to start them on a Monday and have them last all week and then start a new one the next Monday. So for that whole week, I'm just focused on that one party, that one Facebook party, and that one in-person party, and then I move on to the next. So that's kind of my plan on how I will be doing like my version of her recommendation of 8 parties. So that way I'm still getting the sales, I'm still connecting with hostesses, but I don't have to leave my house as much. I mean, you guys can do it how you want, but she highly, highly recommended doing in-person parties. And Andrea said, what is the best way to get parties? Stacy or Stephanie, do you guys have?
So she has a booking game that she plays at the parties. She uses dice. And I didn't actually buy the booking game, but I know a lot of people on our team did. So I'm planning on borrowing the set so I can hopefully kind of mimic it. But all you really need is dice and then kind of what's on the cards. And you basically ask someone to pass or play. And Kelly, you might have to refresh my memory, but I think if like someone plays and they roll the dice and they get a certain number, and one of these numbers will be a number for booking a party. And then do they walk away with a prize if they book it that day? How does that work? Remember?
I can't remember, but I know not her, but
someone. Okay. I remember.
Okay.
So how it is there's envelopes there, and in the envelopes, when you get an envelope, each one is associated with a number, and you have to do what your envelope says. And some of them say book a party. So
what do the other envelopes say? Do you remember?
I have the game. Do you guys want me to tell you what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just looked at it yesterday. I just got it in the mail.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a pair of dice, and you hand the dice first to somebody that's sitting there. Remember, she made a big point of that, because once it's in their hands, they're going to play. They're not going to turn you down from playing once it's in their hands. So you hand them the dice. You just say, here, will you hold this, and I'm going to explain the rules to the game. And then you explain the rules, and you have to say these 3 things. You have to say, if you win a prize, you have to keep the prize. These are the rules. And if you win something else, or you're asked to do something, you have to do it. And if you're asked to book a party, you have to host a party. And then they're supposed to like finish your sentence. It's like a mind game or something, I guess. Anyway, so then each of the envelopes, there's 10 it's like 2 through 12. So that's 10, right? Whatever. Mm-hmm. 10 envelopes. And so every time somebody rolls, they take that envelope. And nobody opens their envelopes until it's over. So they actually have number 1 through, I think it's like 5, are all win a prize. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 all book a party. And then number 12 is win a prize. I looked at him and I was like, book a party, book a party, book a party.
Wow.
So there's a lot, because they're the most often rolled numbers. Is I guess why she did that.
That's
Yeah.
smart.
So that's how it works.
So, and then they just say, so that's how you book parties from parties right there with that game.
And you have to have prizes for people to win a prize.
Do you guys
too.
think
So you
these
gotta
guys,
be all-
like if they didn't buy the dice party, do you think it'd be pretty easy for them to, I don't have my dice game. I gave it to Carrie.
It's literally an envelope with a number on it, and inside is just like an index card that says win a prize or book a party. And it's
Okay.
a pair of dice. That's it.
Oh.
There's nothing else with it.
Hey, you guys could easily do that at your parties. And another suggestion they made for parties, because she said everything you do needs to be duplicable. So you need to, you don't want it to look complicated or fancy or amazing. You want it to look like something that someone could do themselves, because you don't want anyone to be like, well, I would join your team, but I'm just not as like creative or talented or amazing as that girl, so I'm not going to join her team, or I'm not going to become a stylist, because like they were saying about the hours, they're like, you don't want to look like you're working a billion hours, because nobody wants that. Today's woman is a busy woman. They don't want to work a million hours. They don't have time for that. So you have to show that when you're doing parties. And so she said, when you host a party, you need to make it super simple, and you need to also you don't need to come with a billion things. Like, don't come with a whole carload of crap. She's like, you come with like one box full of stuff, and that's it. And she even said to, what did she do with the bags? Do you guys remember the gift bags? Oh, she decorated, or she had gift bags with nail, I wish Hillary were here, because she and I were chatting during this. But she had gift bags that had, and there was one nail polish strip in each one, and she handed them out. And I can't remember. I think I took notes on my phone. I will look. But I got to remember what she did. I think we decided that we were going to put nail samples in each gift bag, and everyone would get a gift bag, and then they would pull out the nail sample. But I can't remember what next.
Leah and I were just talking about this because he was also talking about doing gift cards for the party cards section of her nail bar.
Yeah.
So we were talking about because Leah and I were kind of brainstorming on how we could do the party cards without it looking like, with it being a little bit more exciting and less back and forth with just
Wait, say that again.
We were trying to talk about different ways we could do the party cards without just having the party cards. Have you guys already covered what the party cards are?
Hang on, I am going to mute everyone but you, okay? Because there's some background noises. Okay, all right,
Okay.
Go ahead.
Did you guys already talk about the party cards?
No, we haven't yet.
Okay, so for those that were not at conference, the party cards are just like a conversation piece. So every guest there's 10 party cards, and every guest has a party card. And then the hostess, so you, the stylist, would have the other set of party cards, and there's numbers that correlate with your set and the set that the guest has. And so you just go through them, like number 1 goes first, and it's like introducing the hostess. And so that's your cue to introduce the hostess. And it just kind of gives you like an outline of how you should do your presentation. That's generally speaking what the party cards are. So on the back of every single one, she has the person pick a set of nails to talk about. And so when Leah and I were talking about her party cards, we thought we would incorporate the gift bag idea and do like 10 gift bags with a number on the outside. And when the guests arrive, you say, okay, pick a bag, because we're going to play a game. And if you pick wisely, because we're going to play a game. And if you win the game, you get to keep your gift bag. So then every person doesn't think they're getting to keep the set of nails that's inside of their gift bag from the get-go, without saying, oh, that's not for you, you can't have that. And then when you do the party cards, each person opens up their gift bag and does the part like one at a time, and does the same idea as the party cards with conversation starters. And then there's a set inside, and they all have a different set. So they're looking at the actual physical product. And we thought we would say, like, everybody that has it, look at it and tell us where you would wear that. Like, where would be the best place, or what would you wear that with, or who could you see that on, or whatever. And one of my favorite party cards that she has is to write a gift list. What did she call it? Like gifts to go or something like that, where she has.
Yeah, it was like to put in your closet or something. Wasn't it like to put in your gift closet or something?
Yeah, so there's like, she made it a game, and that's what the giveaway is attached to, is that everybody's trying to think of as many gifts they're going to have to buy in the near future and write their names on a piece of paper. And then after that happens, whoever writes the most names gets a prize. They win the game or whatever. And then she says, now I want you, when you guys start shopping tonight, I want you to think of those people you wrote down and get gifts for them, because you can mail one of these sets in an envelope with just a stamp. Like, it's super easy to just send out. And so she had that kind of get their mind going to not just buy for themselves, but who could I buy this for? Because it's such a good deal. And you can do a buy three, get one. And it's a really easy gift to give. And I thought that was my favorite party card that she had. But that was just a different way to do the party cards.
Yeah, I like that idea better. And so that's kind of what I was saying is, if you just show up with 12 gift bags and you don't have, and that's all you don't have all this like gear and stuff, which is so nice because we don't need that much gear with this type of, with doing these parties. If you have those bags and like your little organizer, your little nail organizer or whatever, then that's all you need to do. And I even thought, what do you think about this, Lindsay? What about putting like samples in each bag and saying, all right, now we're going to try on these samples. You know what I mean?
Yeah, while they're all sitting there talking to each other. The presentation's not supposed to be longer than like 30 minutes, but I feel like if you incorporated the samples. So also, I didn't mention this, but the party cards touch on everything. They touch on hosting, they touch on business, and they touch on the product. And it's not just you saying it. So the guests are participating in the conversation, and it allows you to bring up all of those. Because what did she say? Like 30% hosting, 30% business, and 30% product is how you should spend your party. It should not all be about the nails. It's supposed to be all about hosting and business, and then a little bit of the nails. Because this is my favorite thing that she said, I think, from the whole conference. She said they're already there to buy something. They know why they're coming in. They're coming in with the mindset of, I'm going to go in and spend a little bit of money, but I'm not going to join, and I'm not going to host a party. And that was like how everybody goes into a party for direct sales. So they say you have 30 minutes in your presentation to turn their no into a yes. But if you don't even mention hosting and business, you're not going to get it. So I liked that, because that like stuck with me, because I've always done my parties as open houses, and I have not had great sales from it. So, or people book or join, really. So that stuck with me from what Sherry was saying.
Yeah, it'd be cool, Lindsay, if we could, because everyone's commenting and they're like, ooh, can we get these ideas written out? Are the party cards, everyone's wanting to buy them, but it seems like something we could easily make, you know what I mean? I can take pictures of them. So we have the information off of them. I bought a bunch because I'm doing giveaways in my team. They do offer them separately, but I don't know how much they are. I think that mine were like 5 sets for $25 or something, but I don't think that that's the real price. I think that was a discount for being there. Yeah, but it'd be cool. I would love it if we had like a template that people could just print on cardstock and like literally cut and bring into the party. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Andrea's asking, are they something we can make ourselves? I feel like yes, they are.
Yeah. I can give you guys the information. I can just snap a picture and put it in the team page. I've got a whole bunch of them here. I haven't opened it yet, but.
Yeah.
Hey, Lindsay, I was wondering if you could do a live video on the team page about the gift bag idea.
I can.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I feel like I need a refresher after my mom brain kind of checked out.
I know. This is why I wanted to do this. I was like, your brain gets overloaded. Avery, what's your question?
So I'm kind of confused on, because we're shooting out so many ideas of what an order of the nail bar should be when we're doing one, because I haven't even had the opportunity to do an in-house nail bar. Number one, it's hard to get people that want to take the time out to do one. So I don't know how to pitch that and in the order that you do one. So I don't know if maybe we could do like it online, pretend like it's a real one to see how it works or something, because I don't know the order that we do them in.
What do you mean the order?
Like, what do we do in a nail bar, in the home nail bar? Like, how do we, like, do we start with samples? Do we start, like, what's the order that we should be doing? And then you're talking about these cards and stuff. When does that come into play?
I think the party cards kind of goes through the
Okay.
entire order. So
Yeah.
everything happens at the party cards. Like I think even like the hostess nails, is that on the party cards?
The hostess
Or no?
nails.
Yeah, because aren't we supposed to put on the nails on the hostess? Is that on the party cards or no?
I don't remember, but I do know that the dice game is in the party cards. You're also looking at the product in the party cards. So if you did what Kelly talked about and put the samples in there too, in the gift bags, you totally could wrap that in as well. And then I know that she said that then at the end, then they all sit around and they visit and they looked at catalogs and they order. But they've already kind of seen most of the product because you've got them all. Or they have catalogs that they're picking from on the back of the party cards. So like Stephanie said, it walks you through pretty much your whole party, almost, except for like the ordering piece, I feel like. I feel
Yeah, and
like
Avery-
almost everything else is there.
So Avery, I wrote down a couple of her ideas for a nail bar. So they said for snack ideas, like chips and salsa. And then they said, sit around a table with guests. Like that's probably what I'm going to do because I feel like that's more casual than like standing and lecturing. You know what I mean? So, and then share a little bit about you, share a little about Color Street. And then I would just go right into the game with the, you know, the gift bag game or that kind of prompts you to interact with the guests and talk about the product, talk about the opportunity, and talk about, what's the other thing?
Booking.
Yes, booking parties. There you go. Okay, guys, we have 6 minutes. This went fast. So my goal, Avery, is to come up with a template of exactly what to do for a nail bar so that it's like all written down and you can, you know what I mean? You can just read through it and do it without having to guess. So I'm working on that. We'll try to get those of us that were at conference, try to get together and come up with some sort of template from that.
I just want to throw something in there real quick. So I feel a little bit awkward about the booking game. I'm not going to lie. Like, it just seems a little bit like host a party. Like, you must host a party by playing this game. So I think I'm going to change the wording of it and call it like hold a girls' night. Because it just seems a little bit like instead of doing me a favor, you're doing yourself a favor, right?
Yeah, I like that. And that was something we talked about. She did say, she's like, again, this is the busiest women. They don't really have time for parties, but she said they are deprived of female time, of like girl time. So she did say that. I love that idea, Stephanie, because she was like, you need to promote it from like a social standpoint. Like, you guys are getting together to have a girls' night. And she mentioned themes, like having, you know, a Halloween theme or a pajama party or and I think that sounds way more fun than just like nails. So
yeah, come on over and buy stuff. Like, no, come on over and wear your PJs. Let's Bachelor in Paradise party.
Yeah, like stuff like that.
That's what I want to do.
Exactly, I know. So that, like, I think people will get more excited about that idea versus book a party.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what one of my hostesses are doing this weekend?
Yeah.
She was trying to think of a way that she could get all of her girls to do their nails at the party rather than just purchase. So she actually decided she's inviting 10 people, and she decided to pay $7 per person to get their nails done at the party. So 2 people will split one set. And she's actually doing that as the party. So it's like a manicure party where all the people are coming and they're going to just all walk away with a full set on their hands. And I thought that was kind of smart. So I actually booked one of my own where I'm providing it out of my Jumpstart packages that I got. And I'm going to invite a certain number of people and have them come and actually do a manicure, and I'm going to gift it to them because I think that once they put it on and are wearing it, they're going to purchase or want to book their own party. So I actually kind of liked her idea of that. She's buying the sets from me in order to do that for her guests. But I thought that's an interesting way to do it. I had not thought about doing it that way before. But so that's an idea too. I mean, if you have somebody that's like, I really want to have the girls over, but I don't want it to be just like come and shop. I want it to be more of a girls' night. That's a way to do it if you have somebody that's willing to, or if you have the product to offer it yourself.
Oh, I love that. And if you did the buy one get one free French, you could do even cheaper. Good idea. Crap, we have 3 minutes. Okay, what were anyone else? Because Leah, you haven't talked much. Leah, what were some of your nuggets? Is she gone? And Stacy, what were some of your nuggets?
Okay, I was talking. I was muted. Okay, some of my
Okay.
can you because I'm back in the basement.
You have 3 minutes. Go.
Okay. I already said the nuggets was if you don't grow 2 people a month, you're actually going to eventually be losing people because people will go away as time goes on. You know, so you need 2 people. If you add 1 person a month, you're basically staying the same down the road. Maybe not now, but down the road, you're staying the same level that you are right now. Adding 2 people a month is what you need to grow. That was one. Second one was glow in the dark nails are really stinking awesome. They're awesome. They really are.
Speaking of, while you're talking, I'm going to show you guys the nails. Keep talking, Stace. I'm going to show you the previews.
Others are the time management portion, really understanding where your time goes and being cognizant of that. Events are great for meeting people, not great for sales. What's some other nuggets? I thought Sherry was really good. I really like Sherry, and I'm looking forward. She's sending a book on how to start smart for stylists to start on the right foot and starting smart. And it has everything laid out there. I'm waiting for that book because I think that'll be really, really cool for everyone.
Yeah, one thing they talked a lot about was your why. They said you need to have a 30-second why story. So it really made me think about, why am I doing this? What is my reason? And they also asked us, what would you do if you had $1,000? And what would you do? Or what would you do with $1,000 a month? What would you do with $2,000 a month? Like she was like, you guys dream big because this company is brand spanking new.
Yeah. So and don't just think of don't think of just the money a month. Think of what you do with the money a month, and really go 4,000. What would you do with $4,000 a month? What would you do with an extra 5, 10?
Guys.
But yeah, not just having the money, but what you would do with the money. It's really good to visualize that. So
yeah, awesome. Well, we are out of time, and so you guys saw these. Aren't they fun? And I don't know if they're going to come out with regular camo. They said this is just a little sneak peek. There's going to be more, and it should be like mid-September. I don't know. They don't have an exact date, but get excited.
I love those.
Come